That's it, guys. We're coming in with a doozy today. Now, I know that I am the most woke, awesome hair system YouTuber out there who's got a chubby buff bod and sometimes terrible hair. I'm just messing with you guys. Actually, I'm kind of gonna go into sermon mode today, if you will. I'm not actually a pastor. Today, we're gonna be talking about why you'll never be confident with a hair system. It's gonna be really important for you to watch to the end, because here's the thing. I actually believe that a hair system is not going to help you be confident. A hair system is not going to change your life. And I know it sounds crazy, it sounds wild, it sounds preposterous, but hear me out until the very end. And if I surprised you, and if you liked the message and it encouraged you, drop me a like down below. Now, before we get going, Lord Hair is sponsoring this video, and they're gonna give you $120 off from May 6th to May 10th if you order 2 systems from them. Any 2 stock systems, 120 bucks off. It's a great deal. But let's get into it, shall we? All right, I got my preaching shoes on. So here's the thing. A hair system is never going to make you confident. Now, the way that we actually look at hair systems, the way that we think it's going to change our lives is completely wrong. Hair systems themselves are not going to do anything for us. See, most people think that I'm gonna solve my hair loss and life is gonna be better. I'm going to look good and then I'm gonna feel good. Now, it's understandable why people think that, but it's completely wrong. And here is why. Fixing your hair loss or a hair system is actually a byproduct of fixing your confidence. It's kind of what comes after. And what I mean by that is the deepest part of this equation, the most substantial part of this equation is actually you. It's not the hair system. The hair system itself is not going to make you confident. It's not going to fix your life. Here is the thing I need you to ask yourself. Who are you becoming? Who do you want to be? What kind of choices do you want to make? What kind of choices are you making right now? Now, let me use some metaphors here to illustrate the point that I'm trying to convey here. Now, most of us, when we look at a successful investor, when we look at, Mr. Wonderful or one of the guys on Shark Tank, right? We think it's their stocks and their money that ultimately changed their life. But in fact, that's wrong. What changed their life was changing their mind. What changed their life was becoming a different person. See, no money, no stock will fix you forever. And no money, no stock, no hair system will make you feel better about yourself in the long run. It will make you feel better perhaps for a short period of time, but if you don't solve the deeper issues, they're just gonna resurface. And those deeper issues are with you. Now, that's the beautiful thing. Those are the things that we have the power to fix. Now, just like that investor, successful people in every aspect of their life, but right now we're talking about success in becoming more confident, feeling like you are yourself again. That success comes from becoming a different person than who you are now. And it's not about you not being good enough now. You're plenty good enough now, and that's exactly the point. You are good enough. You're good enough to make the changes, to feel better about yourself, to forgive yourself for not making those choices in the past, to forgive whatever is going on inside of your life, and to just course correct into a different way of being. See, it's about becoming a different person. It's about changing your mind and developing habits. See, the person who is at the moment broke becomes an investor. That is how their money is made. The overweight person learns the habits, disciplines, and psychology to become fit and healthy. And I can attest directly to both of these things, but I want to talk about it in the terms of weight loss. I was 80 pounds overweight. I weighed 250 pounds and I was 5'4". I had terrible eating habits. And even worse, all my emotions, which I was severely depressed, went directly into what I ate. at that time in my life. Now, there was a lot of changes that needed to happen, but what I had to determine was that I was going to become a different person. I had to look at food differently. I had to look at myself differently. I had to look at who I wanted to be differently. I had to convince myself that food was fuel, not pleasure. That's something that I repeated over and over and over to myself for years to change my mind and how I felt about food. Now, let's get to the bottom of this sweet tart of a sermon, right? A hair system will not fix you. It will not cure you. It will not alleviate every single problem that you experience in your life. The question I want to leave you with, the question that's more important is this: who's the person you're becoming that's under the hair system, that deals with the issues that they're facing in life, that nature sometimes throws your way, like hair loss, or perhaps maybe an illness, or the economy going crazy because of, wild viruses and stuff like that happening? Well, the question is, will you conquer the problems sent in your direction? Will you conquer the things that are presented before you and become the person that you need to be and rise up to those? There's nothing wrong with using the tools that will help you get there, and that's part of the journey. The hair system, for those that are dealing with hair loss and feeling like you're not who you are, a hair system is a tool, but it is not the godsend. It is not ultimately the one thing that's going to make you feel better about yourself. It's ultimately you and making the choices for yourself that will make you feel better. I hope that makes sense to you all. I hope that encourages you. And hey, you made me a promise at the beginning of the video. If you liked it, if it helped you, if it encouraged you, you're going to leave me a like. So make sure you do that down below. Thank you to Lord Hair for sponsoring this video. Remember, you can get $120 off any 2 stock systems from May 6th to May 10th. Just go on their website and they'll hook it up. See you soon.